'Cause we can always take but never give. And now that things are changing for the worse, see, oh, life's going nowhere. Somebody help me. Somebody help me, yeah. Futures made of virtual insanity now always seem to be governed by this love we have for useless twisting of a new technology. Oh, now there is no sound, for we all live underground. Well, now I get low and I get high, and if I can't get either, I really try. Got the winds of heaven on my shoes. I'm a dancing man, and I just can't lose. And nothing's gonna change the way we live, 'cause we can always take but never give. And now that things are changing for the worse, see, oh, life's going nowhere. Somebody help me. Somebody help me, yeah. Futures made of virtual insanity now always seem to be governed by this love we have.
Hey everybody, it's top of the hour. And though this is a drawing show, it's still a comedy theater, so we don't start on time. Go ahead and grab yourself a snack, maybe something to drink, hit the potty, share the links out with your friends who aren't already in the stream. Sketchy Friends is gonna get started in about 2.5 minutes.
Life's going nowhere. Somebody help me. Somebody help me, yeah. Futures made of virtual insanity now always seem to be governed by this love we have for useless twisting of a new technology. Oh, now there is no sound, for we all live underground. Oh, futures made of virtual insanity now always seem to be governed by this love we have for useless twisting of a new technology. Oh, now there is no sound, for we all live underground, live underground, live underground.
You could have a steam train if you just lay down your tracks. You could have an aeroplane flying if you bring your blue skies back. All you do is call me. I'll be anything you need. You could have a big dipper going up and down around the bends. You could have a bumper car bumping. This amusement never ends. I wanna be a sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Oh, you better call a sledgehammer. And this will be my testimony. Sledgehammer. Show me round your fruitcake, and I will be your honeybee. Open up your fruitcake.
Welcome to the art wing of the Virtual Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Sketchy Friends. Please welcome to your screen Milk and Bree, the Sketchy Friends.
Hi, hello.
Yay!
This is Sketchy Friends. It's a new stab show, like you heard. I'm Milk,
And I'm Bree.
and yeah, we're going to doodle and draw things that we probably shouldn't, because we're two very clueless people, I would say.
I think that's a fair thing to say.
Yeah, so for the foreseeable future of the show, we're going to kind of follow a format of like challenging each other to draw things either like from memory or just complete like conception if we don't know them. and we'll have different categories. So I thought really hard. I was like, what should be our category today for our world premiere? I'm drawing the same face again. Our world premiere, like what's something everyone gets into? And I was like, who doesn't love celebrity gossip? You know, even on another like stab show, there's Animal Gossing, which is just like a celebrity gossip show about a bunch of like celebrities on a deserted island.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds great.
It is great. It is an Animal Crossing island, but you know, I think that adds to the appeal. So, but Bree, do you want to kick it off and draw our first celebrity?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's just get our sketchy cronies to switch over to your screen.
I just realized that the banner is up. It's so cute.
And we got our little animated selfies, which I realize might be a lot of visual chaos going on the screen. So like, let us know if it's much, but I like it. It's all jittery and scratchy. I hope our preview doesn't have a huge delay because I don't see your screen coming up yet.
Yeah, I just see the logo still. Hey everyone.
Oh yeah, we've got some people in the chat. So for my suggestion for Bree, once she's ready to draw it, I might need some like chat help to describe like what this person looks like. So if y'all want to like pitch in and help me, it would warm my little heart.
I'm not sure if maybe like my Twitch is messing up, but I just still see the logo with like your drawing on it.
Yeah. I think we're still there. Can we get a heads up from tech support about the status of screen switching?
Were you waiting for
I can share.
Yeah, were you waiting for me to switch the screen?
Oh, I thought so. Yeah, Bree, you want to start screen sharing? there we go.
Yeah, I just realized that there's a button where I can like exit out of yours and just put mine on instead.
Okay, people, it's the first episode. So Bree, your celebrity is Lord of Comedy, CEO of Jokes, Tyrant of Fun, Monarchy of Good Times, Jesse Jones, sole proprietor of Stab Comedy Theater.
Oh, Lord, no.
Wow, you have a lot of faith in my drawing skills, Jesse. Thanks.
I figured like 90% of the viewers will know who Jesse Jones is. So what a great way to start our show. Jesse is the only celebrity I've drawn personally, and I wouldn't want to give you a challenge that I didn't personally take up. I realize there might be some discrepancies because I've met Jesse. But I'm here to guide you in your escapade.
Can I have like a description about what he looks like? Because
Lord.
all I know is that he's Canadian and bald.
Yeah, we've got this human adult male. I'd say like an ovular face type.
Okay. Oh, whoops.
Oh. We're seeing
here?
some secret previews.
Yeah.
Of your old art.
All right, so
a flash behind the curtains.
So he's got like an ovular head shape, you said.
Yeah. Here.
And I'm assuming like 2 eyes.
Yeah, 2 eyes. Some facial scruff we've got going on.
Oh, like how much?
Ooh. Well, with quarantine, I know I just saw Jesse, but the angle was higher, so I imagine like a lot, like quarantine scruff, just, plus Jesse's been like getting in this Burning Man vibe.
I don't really know how to draw scruff, but we're gonna try.
Yeah, I think that's spot on there.
Does he have a nose?
Yeah.
What is the shape of this nose?
just very powerful. It's a nose that really like demands attention to the room. So I did warn Jesse that our first attempt of the show might be something that gets us canceled.
Didn't realize
It's
this
like,
was
oh
the
no,
angle.
no, anything's fine.
Didn't realize this was the angle this was going to go in. Yeah. So Happy Time Arcade will be starting at 5:15. No, you guys are fine.
Yeah. So, but do stay around for Happy Time Arcade. They actually know how to speak English words, unlike me, and you'll be able to see Jesse in full glory, HD, 4K, 60 frames per second. I assume.
Does he have like big irises? Does he have eyebrows, first of all? I don't know this.
Yeah. 2 distinct eyebrows above the eyes. He's been doing a lot lately, so probably a little bit of like under eye, like restlessness. For those that are not regular Stab viewers, Jesse is hosting all these shows, working away in the background every weekday morning, doing office hours, just going at it. Yeah, so there are pupils.
Don't worry, he'll get more Canadian.
Okay, yeah, let's really bring out the Canadian in Jesse.
It's just a sketch so far. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
just the, got to start somewhere.
It's really coming along. So let's see. Does the chat know any things? Let's see.
Yeah, please help me because they don't know.
Well,
A lot of people.
they're throwing it out there.
Yeah, a lot of people agree with the Canadian pupils. I guess that's really where the Canadianness shines.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to do my best to make these look like Canadian pupils.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know this, but Canadians are the only ethnicity that have different pupils than the rest of the human race. I hope we haven't disrupted Jesse's protection witness program by revealing that he's Canadian. I think he's been a little bit secretive of that fact.
Okay, so I think he's got like a pretty good sketch. I got to put in his little neck here.
Yeah. Well, so one pivotal detail I think a lot of people don't realize about Jesse is that he has lost his left hand.
I should
in a
draw
tragic,
his body too.
At least some indication of this. He lost his left hand in a tragic comedy accident, and he does have a pocket knife for a hand. That's actually where the logo for Stab Theater came from.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this I guess would be his left. So.
Yeah. Our right, his left. I believe Canadians still go by the left-right system, unless there's some type of metric version of that I'm not aware of.
They don't, but we'll just pretend.
Yeah. We don't know much about the rest of the world, so we have to stay a little bit ignorantly bliss to how they operate with things.
I have no idea how to draw a pocket knife.
It's kind of like an long oval with just anything coming out of it. You usually got a knife. What else comes out of pocket knives? I think some type of blowtorch is typically standard.
Well, okay, I guess it can be one of those that has multiple ends to it.
Oh, I mean specifically a Canadian pocket knife. It's a little bit different than your Swiss Army pocket knife.
Okay, so it's be Canadian Army pocket knife.
Well, I don't think Canada has an army. I think they just kind of bend to the will of whatever happens.
Really? Because I heard that Jesse was the leader of the Canadian Army.
Oh, maybe this is a secret Canadian army, and Jesse has started this faux comedy theater here in the U.S. to infiltrate us.
I'm seeing moose antler. Should that be part of the pocket knife?
Yes.
Tweezers.
Oh, definitely.
I guess
According
you should have a
to
shirt.
Let's see, Rorzy here. There is a corkscrew, emergency maple syrup.
Again, I don't know how to draw a corkscrew, but we'll pretend.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that's pretty spot on. That looks like it could screw a cork.
I feel like the moose antlers should be like his tattoo. So I know that he's got a lot of tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe like moose antlers around just the word LOL for comedy, since he is the CEO of jokes. We have to do some depiction of maple syrup. Maybe just get him real sticky with it.
Maybe he's like dripping maple syrup.
Yeah, he has to clean up for camera and for shows, but I think in his free time, he's just kind of in a constant syrup bath.
He's got, I think all Canadians are like pretty hairy.
Yeah.
That's what I heard anyway.
It's true. That's how they stay warm in the frigid Canadian weather.
And I guess he'd probably have some like syrup on his head too.
Yeah.
Just gets everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this is part of like a Burning Man ritual.
He has an earring, right? Like, I feel like he has.
For sure.
Stages,
Yeah.
and his cartilage is pierced.
Of course, he is just covered in piercings. Something about Canadians is they often think that the human body is not made perfectly and that it needs to be riddled with holes as like a form of apology to the rest of nature. Let's see here. Yeah, everyone's saying this is pretty spot on so far.
I don't actually know like how to draw the Canadian flag, but just pretend, okay?
Yeah. I mean, I think that is a literal photorealistic, perfect rendition of it.
Pretty much.
I feel like it's something like this.
Yeah. Some scribbled in side banners. Yeah. I'm not sure anything could possibly be more accurate here. But
Should the V-neck be deeper?
ooh, maybe. People are into it. It's kind of a
I feel
U-neck.
like I gotta. All
Maybe
right, hold on.
Canadians are into very deep U-necks. Yeah, everyone's saying just that's a U-neck. I could see. You
could see his belly too, actually. Because I
yeah.
hear that he likes crop tops.
Oh,
Yeah, so the idea of Jesse's wardrobe is like, you know how movie frames like do the bracketing on like the top and bottom to like emphasize what's going on? He does that with his body, like revealing a lot of chest and belly to really like frame the design on the shirt or his Canadian pride.
Yeah, I feel like I gotta like put some more detail in his beard. I meant to come back to this, but it didn't feel right at the time, you know?
Yeah, you had to flesh everything out to make sure the beard like fits the theme. You really want to put the justice in there. One glaring mistake I've seen that you've missed is that his beard has piercings also.
His beard has piercings?
Yeah, he has.
How is that even possible?
It's a Canadian secret. I have not been enlightened on the ways. No one is willing to like leak the possible or like the method on 4chan, despite constantly looking. But there are some beard piercings, and do not be mistaken. This is not just jewelry woven into the beard. This is an actual piercing of the hair some way. I mean, you've depicted it perfectly, but a lot of people would say, oh, it's just placed in there. And that is simply not the case.
No, see there, so you can see right here, there's like holes that it's pierced into.
Yeah. He has spent some time gauging these beard piercings.
I feel like he has like a face tattoo, like, but not on his face, like on his head.
Yeah.
But what is it though? I don't remember what it is.
I definitely need some help from the chat for this. Like, what is Jesse Jones' head tattoo?
Here's the spot where it's gonna be. I'll put a little square.
Yeah, like open advertisement.
See, I've never met Jesse, so I need your guys' help to fill in the blanks.
All right. Everyone's just, praising this depiction of the leader of the Canadian Army. But we need to know, what was the secret head tattoo?
I'm really glad that I got his likeness right, because I was pretty worried that it wouldn't look right. All right, I'll try to draw poutine.
Yeah. Poutine, that's the soup stuff, right?
No, it's like French fries with melted cheese and gravy. And I'm not sure, but I feel like sometimes they put garlic in it.
Gravy is just thick soup.
That's not true.
It is true. What is it?
Don't listen to his lies, okay? Like, gravy is its own thing.
Gravy is thick soup, and I will die in this thick soup.
So then is cereal just soup?
God, so this morning when getting ready, I had to make a phone call and I got distracted and I poured a bowl of Life cereal. And it's a good metaphor because I left the Life cereal unattended for several hours, much like my real life. And it did become like soup.
It probably became like food poisoning also.
Maybe that would explain why I'm having vivid hallucinations and stomach cramps right now.
Yeah, see.
Is gravy chowder? I wouldn't know. I've never ate chowder and I never will. It is...
How can we trust you to call gravy soup then if you've never had chowder?
I've had other soups like tomato soup and tomato basil soup and tomato cream soup.
All right, so there's his poutine tattoo. I feel like it's pretty beautiful.
Yeah. Gosh, I think this is absolutely perfect. It really captures Jesse. They might accidentally use this rendition instead of his actual photo when he is elected Canadian Times Army Leader of the Year. So hopefully they attribute the right credits after doing such. I think we're pretty good here.
Yeah, I think this is pretty much, I don't know how to spell his name, but there we go.
I mean, that's spot on. That's the Canadian way. All right. Should I get drawing on a celebrity then?
Yeah, so why don't you go ahead and switch your screen back over.
Yeah. Oh, let me make my canvas pure really quick. And as I do that, everyone can drink in some mapley Jesse.
Oh, I see Jenga's comment. Next time, well, the picture of himself as a child is the tattoo he has on his back. So I'd have to do that one next time since this is a front profile. But great remembering of his tattoos. Thank you.
Okay, let's switch to mine. Take the reins from Bree. Okay, there we go. I'm sure my overlay will catch up in a sec, but Bree, who am I drawing? What celebrity?
So I tried to pick somebody that I figured you'd know a lot about because I know that you're a pretty big music fan, especially this genre. So you are drawing Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. Okay. Harry is into ska, right?
Yeah. Yeah, see, I knew you were a Harry Styles fan.
Oh, it'd be so nice if I wasn't drawing with a white ink, maybe. There we go. Look at that. Let's get to my sketch color here. I sketch in blue to preserve creativity, if anyone's asking.
So Harry Styles, before you get started, is pretty well known for he's really young, but he looks super old.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming general humanoid head shape though. See, I'm very familiar with Harry Styles, but I've never seen his picture. I've only just listened to his music constantly. So, what's the head shape like? Uh-oh. I've lost connection to your audio wisdom. Oh, there you are. I lost you for a second. Bree? Technical difficulties. What's that look like? That's like the...
Okay, sorry, my audio messed up for a second and I couldn't hear anything you were
Oh.
saying.
I was trying to draw the technical difficulty colors in your absence, but
Yeah.
so
Sorry.
I've only like listened to Harry Styles just constantly. I've never actually seen the picture. So what's the head shape?
I'd say that his head is kind of like a rectangle,
Okay,
but like
yeah.
a human rectangle.
Yeah, but just
what I'm
like
saying?
yeah, kind of like powerful.
He's got like
rectangular.
a strong jawline.
How's his ears?
Usually they're covered by hair, so I'm not sure.
Oh, right, because he's so hairy and stylish.
His parents named him because he came out and had just like a massive head of hair.
Yeah.
Oh, he was going to be Bob, but now it's Harry.
Did you come out as a hairy baby?
Yep, bright red.
Oh, see, I was, I guess, bald for like a long time, and they thought I would just never grow hair. Like I'd be some type of like Lex Luthor baby. But then I just like got all this bright red hair, and they were like, "Oh no, our child's a redhead." And then I don't know, my genetics just changed because of their disapproval, and I became bleached blonde for a long time.
Look at you proving the haters wrong.
Yeah. Now my hair is just naturally pink.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people assume I dye it, but it is just in my blood.
That's an interesting fact because Harry Styles' hair is also naturally pink.
Really? Okay.
You guys actually look a lot alike now that I'm staring at this picture of him.
That should make things easy. Imagine his brows are pretty bushy too.
Yeah, but they're not like curved at all. They're just straight.
Yeah, just straight, bushy but styled brows.
Yeah, he looks like he can afford to have his brows done.
Yeah. Well, with all his ska music, he's got to. What's his
does have the
eyes
most-
looking like?
I'd say pretty almond shaped.
Okay.
A little dreamy,
A little dreamy, almond shaped, always looking in one direction.
Exactly.
I know how to draw the handsome boys.
But make sure he looks British. That's the most important factor.
Well, his hair is pretty high up, and like that's the most British thing I can think of is just real poofy, high up hair. What are some other British things? His nose. I'll make his nose very, very British. Just kind of little upturn. Yeah, there you go. What's his? Is he generally smiling?
No.
Yeah, I can hear that in his music.
I can only see one picture of him smiling, and I can see why he doesn't really smile that often because it's kind of terrifying. It's like when you see somebody who doesn't smile and they do smile, and you're like, oh, no, never mind.
You're just kidding. Don't ever be happy again, please.
No, brooding works for you.
Some people just have that brooding face, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
sad ska, that's right.
Oh, something about the show that I've been wanting to do is like put up examples of who we're drawing, even though we seem to always just do perfect renditions.
So far,
But-
and like this is not a joke, this actually does look exactly like him.
Yeah, what we'll do though is once we finish this, we'll go back to your Jesse Jones and compare reality to rendition. Should I start some Harry Styles body?
Yeah, despite his name, he actually looks like one of those hairless cats.
Okay. Does he have
same
facial
body
hair?
type and everything. I don't think he does. No.
Okay. So like he's just very hairy from like the lips up, basically.
Yeah. Like in some pictures he has a little bit of stubble, but it kind of looks like somebody like photoshopped it on him.
Yeah. No,
but it's
that's
probably really hard to make ska music when you have all that facial hair in the way.
yeah. So let's go ahead and start roughing in a body here. And I'm sorry if I'm not like viewing the chat as much. I'm really channeling some Harry Styles here.
It's okay. You have to focus on this masterpiece.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna want prints of this when it's done.
Yeah, and I'm sure Harry's watching right now, and I've got to do him justice because I've
He
never let
probably
him
is
down
watching.
before.
Yeah. So you don't want to start now. You don't want to be the guy who lets Harry Styles down.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. What are Harry Styles fans called? Are they just like furries because of all the hair?
They're called Harriets.
Harriets, right. Yeah, I'm a major Harriet. I wasn't familiar with the term because I was a fan before it was like cool, you know?
Hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now you don't want to be a Harriet because like you liked him first.
Yeah. Like I wasn't part of the fandom. I was just like a fan. Like, you know, I was collecting his hair before like he got really popular on YouTube for all his ska music.
Mm-hmm.
So the main thing I know about those like wrinkly Sphinx cats is they have like a lot of loose skin. So I'm going to depict that as best as I can. Just really get his skin folds in there.
Mm-hmm. See, everybody in the chat agrees that this looks exactly like him. It's
Good.
pretty accurate.
Good.
You're doing a good job.
I'm going
Almost
to make
as
him
good as my interpretation of Jesse Jones.
your perfect Jesse Jones. I'm going to make him shirtless and like low pants, just to try to get like some of the sex appeal because we are trying to get this show to have a large audience so we can make tons and tons of money.
So next you're gonna have to start an OnlyFans for him.
Yeah,
You
but
can just
I'm
sell
going
lewd
sex
Harry
him up a little
Styles
bit.
drawings.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get his little fist in there.
I forgot to tell you that he actually has 7 nipples,
Well, I mean,
and 2
that's
of them
just
are
a
on his
given.
arms.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, let's. I mean, I was gonna wait to render those in, but let's get his nipples in right now. And you know, I'm pretty sure this complies with terms of service of Twitch because it's male presenting nipples.
Rorzies is demanding nipple tassels, so
Yeah.
you should definitely put those on there.
Yeah, so we'll get his 2 prime chest nipples out, but then the rest are going to be tasseled up. God, I wish I knew how to count without saying it out loud.
You can say it out loud.
Oh no, I'm channeling the nipple energy and thinking of and realizing where they're placed. I need to switch ink colors here.
Does anyone in the chat have any suggestions for what I'm missing on Harry Styles?
Yeah, let's just really get these in here.
Oh, and remember how I said he had the body of like a hairless cat?
Yeah.
It's true because he was also born with a tail, and he chose to never have it removed because he wanted to be accepting of himself. So
Yeah.
that's like a big part of his identity is his tail.
That's really important, I think, because like a lot of parents like kind of just remove it when they're a kid, and I don't think that's right. I think you should let your tail grow out and decide on your own if you should remove it. But I'm glad he's keeping it.
Yeah, he's proud of his big, fleshy, slimy tail.
Yeah.
It's always a little bit moist too, so make sure you get that in there.
Yeah, which is going to be, I have to like kind of get the dripping flesh in there because
Yeah.
that's part of his whole body aesthetic is just real droopy flesh. But then I also need to like get in the fact that it's also just real wet. He's just a real wet boy.
Yeah, like if you've ever seen like coconut oil on somebody's skin, it's like that, but like they didn't rub it in. It's just like coconut oil everywhere.
That's kind of like the best way to wear coconut oil is just let it soak all over you and
Yeah.
just really, really embrace it in like that. Um, and like, let's get some, because he wears the oil like all over his body, right?
Well, it's not actually oil, it's just his natural oil secreting from his skin. So it's like
Yeah.
his oil, it's not like coconut oil.
Well, so that's my nickname with him, like because we're good friends,
Oh,
Harry
okay.
and I just call him Coconut. But yeah, I forgot that that's like an actual product. That makes more sense that you brought it up. I was like, how does Bree know I call my good hairy boy Coconut? But
You know,
and
that explains his song about coconuts now. It makes so much sense. It's an ode to you and your friendship.
yeah, it's just a little inside thing about Harry and I.
Also, he only wears floral pants.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad you picked a drawing where I have to draw flowers. That's a real nice thing you've done to me, Bree.
Yep, just trying to make sure you get him 100% accurately.
Yeah, yeah. Which is important. We can't do the Harry wrong. We can't upset the Harrytons, Harlots,
They're the Harriets.
Harriets.
And all of them in the chat are going to be really upset if you get it wrong. And you don't
Yeah.
want to mess with the Harriet fandom because they're violent. They're crazy.
They are very violent.
They'll pour milk in all of your shoes.
They will. And that's not even like a personal attack by my name. That's just kind of what they're known for.
Yeah, it is. That's true. But it'll hurt more because it's your name.
Yeah, it definitely is upsetting on a personal level. Even when they do it to other people, I'm always upset because, like I said, I'm not one of them. I was like a fan and friend of Harry's before all that, so it's upsetting seeing them being so drastically harsh on people. Yeah, I'm going to work in a little bit more clean details here if you want to gauge with the chat to find out what else we need, if anything. But I think I've got a lot of style in this Harry.
So if anybody wants to add anything that we've missed, or any suggestions for how he can look more moist or more like naked cat-like, I think his mouth is truly terrifying.
Well, that's why he hasn't done many music videos where he sings along. Like all of his music videos look like
cat ears.
silent. Oh, of course. We've got to get big, naked, gross cat ears.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to make a cat ear look naked.
Someone says he needs Mickey ears too because he's a Disney boy.
Oh, of course, of course. They're not like his real ears though. They're just like the Mickey ears he wears as part of the corporate branding.
Yeah, like he plays a lot of ska shows during the fireworks shows at Disneyland.
Yeah. His ears got that like real goop in there because it's just such a wet boy.
I bet he leaves like a trail of like snail slime type wetness wherever he goes.
Yeah, which is really bad because like that's how the fandom like stalks him. They just follow the like slime trail that he has left in his wake. It's really hard to get privacy.
Someone's asking what this is, and I think it's pretty obvious what it is, but just in case you need a refresher, this is Harry Styles, 100%. Perfect.
There we go. Just in case some people might have never seen Harry Styles. They might not be big ska fans. So, I totally forgot. The reason I like made this a loop is to really just show off how ska Harry is. And nothing is more ska than a checkered flag. So, gotta represent the ska. Is this how you draw a flag? Breezing in the emotion.
Yeah, so for those of you who are just joining us, this is called Sketchy Friends, and we draw things that we have no idea how to draw or that we've never seen, and we just have to describe them to each other and make them. And every creation has been beautiful so far, so stick around.
I mean, that's kind of the premise, but the problem here is like I just know what Harry Styles looks like in my heart.
That's really all you need to know. Like, don't believe what the pictures say. They're not true. This is his true form.
You know, I'm very red-pilled. At least when it comes to Harry. And like not just Harry Styles, but like all Harrys. Like I know everything about Harry Potter, the person, not the media franchise.
Oh, okay. So like the real Harry Potter, not
the
like...
real Harry Potter. The real magician, wizard Harry Potter.
So like who the books are based on.
Yeah.
His true story. Gotcha.
His real untold story. But we're going to have a little bit of time after this. And I did have a backup celebrity if you wanted to take another stab.
Is that a joke because this is called Stab?
Because it's Stab? Yeah. I thought I would play up the name of the brand a bit.
Yeah, I'm willing to take a stab at it.
Yeah, let me just really get the ooze in here, but I've got lots of stuff. While I'm finishing this up, can we get an actual photo of Harry Styles ready to show on screen?
Yeah, do you want me to just send this to you on Facebook?
I think we've got people for that.
Yeah.
This is a pretty high
great.
production.
Cool.
I've got it all ready for you.
Oh, good. Our sketchy army here.
Oh, thank God, then I can be lazy. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about television, baby. We're just the talent, you know?
So whenever you'd like it, I've got it ready. Just remember the actual picture is the one like in color here, just so you're able to differentiate since these are just spot on.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't color. Although I'm going to leave those flowers blue because they really bloom in blue. Oh God, that nipple's so horny, like a spike.
We've got a pretty big Harry Styles fan in the chat right now. He has a Harry Styles coffee mug at home, and it's their prized possession. So you better make sure you don't offend this person because they're definitely a part of the Harriet fandom.
I mean, how could you be offended with perfection of likeness? His tail actually is blue, so we'll keep that, but we will color or differentiate the oily slimes coming off his tail.
Yeah, it's interesting how his body is the color of a naked hairless cat, but his tail is not. It's a wonder. I can see why he wouldn't get it removed at birth.
Well, it's like I was saying how like at first my hair was red and then I became blonde. Like he was all blue at birth and then it just kind of only kept in his tail.
Mm-hmm.
So whereas, the rest of his body matured into a fleshy pink naked cat. Yeah, let's get the photo.
Okay, there you go.
Here.
Right here. Here's what they say Harry Styles looks like.
I want to see this because again, like we've just been online pen pals, so I've never. Yeah, pretty spot. Like, just look at these two beautiful boys, just exactly the same. Oh wait, this is obviously a photo from before his Disney contract. So let me just add the Mickey Mouse ears as just one is the real photo in color, one is my rendition, almost exactly the same, but with the ears added in and colorless.
I think the mouth is just perfect. Like you could not have done a better job. It looks exactly like the photo.
I think so. Bree, do you want to pull up your Jesse Jones so we can get a likeness comparison also and then get you started on your next one?
Yeah, sure. So do you want me to share my screen now?
Yeah. Let's flip over.
All right, give me 1 second. Sorry for the wait. I'm a grandma, so it's kind of hard to do technology.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but we are operating all this off of like just BIOS. We don't have operating systems for our devices, so it takes a lot of coding just to do anything. But yeah, if we could get a photo or possibly live cam of Jesse Jones. There we go. There we go. Photo.
This is going to be a surprise to me too.
He of course is hiding his left pocket knife hand, but I think you can infer a lot of things by the photo.
You can't see the poutine tattoo in his picture because it's covered by his hair, which I'm assuming is fake because I was told he was bald, but you know.
Yeah, you know, this is clearly like red carpet for the premiere of a new Canadian weaponry added to the arsenal.
Yeah.
But you can infer a lot of the realism here.
And of course, like he's still wearing his Canadian flag shirt under his tux.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean,
he always has to have a little bit of Canada with him at all times.
just a chest full of Canada, as they always say. I think that's the slogan. But yeah, are you ready for your next celebrity?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I wanted to go something that might appeal again to like some of the Stab fandom. And I know everyone that like follows all the Stab stuff is just super horny for the Property Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they were given a Christian name at some point, but no one knows them besides the Property Brothers. I think it's a little bit of like Voldemort-y territory. Like their actual names are too powerful to be spoken.
Okay, so I'm just going to write Property Brothers so that if anybody comes in, they can have a reminder of who it is.
Yeah, I think our tech people might be able to put that in. I think I saw some Harry style text jumping in.
So maybe we can,
just in case.
Yeah, maybe we can take some suggestions from the crowd because I really, or the crowd, the people watching, because I don't even know what the Property Brothers look like. I know they have brown hair and they're like tall.
Yeah, they've got like really squishy oval heads with just the sharpest chins.
Okay.
I know so that at least, just to get you started.
So when you say squishy oval, does that mean it's like a horizontal oval?
Yeah, horizontal oval, and just the sharpest of chins.
Okay.
So, and they are twins.
Okay.
So you can infer a lot from one to the other or draw both. But whatever you feel is best way to, they do subtle things to depict from each other. As Alyssa has mentioned, their eyes are entirely too far apart. Sometimes I actually wonder if one of the eyes on one brother is actually belonging to one of the eyes on the other brother, and they just stand close enough that it kind of lines up, but there's still that uncanny valley.
Okay, so they've got like pretty far apart eyes.
Yeah, so someone doesn't know who the Property Brothers are. These are two brothers that go and buy homes, and then they do like some flip repairing on them and then sell them. And like, you know, kind of like a basic premise for a lot of their shows, but they really just bank off how extremely hot these brothers are.
Oh, so they're hot. All right, I got to make sure that I draw them very sexy then.
I mean, you're already pretty, you're laying in the groundwork for a lot of sex appeal.
What about like their mouths and their eyebrows and you got to help me get a picture of them in my head.
So one of the way they distinguish between each other is one has two eyebrows and one has a unibrow. That's kind of a classic.
That makes it a little easier then.
Again, they do have individual names, but those names hold too much power, so we can't speak them during the stream. So we will just be referring to them as unison of the Property Brothers. And of course, at times I'll have to tell you one has something over the other, but I think you'll just be able to know in your heart what quality belongs to which one. I won't have to be like, oh, the left one or the right one. That's going to
I'll
bog
just know,
down.
you know?
Yeah, you'll just know that bogged down conversation too much. But Alyssa's right. Their mouths are horizontal lines. They're almost geometrically perfect. It's
Oh, well, then I gotta hold on.
and that's kind of like why they're so sexy, is how perfect their mouths are. A lot of sex appeal comes from geometrical perfection in mouths, and from what you've told me, some sexy backs. That's a big
I
part
do.
of it.
That is a big one. Backs are where it's at.
One day we'll have to have a back episode where like we just draw the backs of things.
I will do my best. I have a hard enough time drawing the fronts of things.
Yeah, well, and you know, when something's sexy, there's a little bit more pressure. And I've been giving you all the sexy things. We've got Jesse Jones, the Property Brothers. This was never aired, but we did a practice for the show, and I gave you the Pokemon Tornadus, which is one of the sexiest Pokemon, if people aren't familiar with the franchise.
I feel like it's illegal to call a Pokemon sexy.
Some would say so. Mostly the law would, but and while the law is predominantly the people who have the authority to say if something is illegal, I have hopes and dreams about sexy Pokemon that are a little bit above the law. I have a question for the chat, but hey, chat, what's the sexiest Pokemon?
And we got canceled.
yeah, and we got shut off. People are saying their eyes are cold and empty. That's
in real life
true.
or in my drawing? 'Cause-
Both. You're already channeling that.
Okay, great.
So something about their hair is one has very like short and styled hair, kind of like shaved on the sides and up on the top, kind of spiky.
Okay.
And that is the one that deals with more of the like finances and stuff. Because they
This
both,
guy has the spiky hair, you said?
yeah. They don't like, they both dabble in everything, but each one has like some responsibilities. They've got a very good twin brotherly cooperation going. They have a symbiotic entity sense. Yeah, someone is agreeing about bad parts of the internet, and yeah, never go to Pokemon.com. That's a dark place on the web.
That seems like it would just be Pokemon.
Charmeleon is definitely one of the hottest Pokemon. So is Ninetales. These are very accurate, very hot. Not just because they're fire type. Yeah, you're really nailing in this hair, especially the like Una spike in the front. That is a Property Brothers signature.
I assumed.
The other brother, the one that does like more of the like visionary work for what the house should look like, he actually kind of styles his hair in like a rough idea of what they want the house to look like by the end of the episode. It's not like super detailed, like it's not like exactly to scale and proportion, but it is like a rough depiction of the house. And you know, I'll just let you kind of picture your dream house's interpretation through Property Brother hair.
If it's my dream house, his hair is already too big.
Oh, well, you know, just go with any house you feel, any house that is coming from your heart. But yeah, this is pretty on there.
I guess like my dream house would have a fireplace.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, we don't really need it in California.
Yeah, I mean, California has a lot of fire and smoke already, but sometimes it's nice to just be like the one who's making it, you know? Like,
yeah,
it makes you feel in control. Someone mentions how that they look like one should have eaten the other in utero. It's funny that they say that because that's what happens. But what's really rare is that at about 5 years old, the one regurgitated the one they ate, and they just became really close friends. Most Uterum devouring usually ends there. That's the end of the story. Only the strong survive. But yeah, this was a uterum regurgitation story. Pretty rare. And I think that's how HGTV originally found them, was through that story, and then kind of just worked with them to unlock this like property management talent that they both have. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of the sex appeal in here. Does the chat like know anything we're missing? Because it's looking pretty spot on.
Yeah, I think that, obviously there's a lot of sex appeal in this drawing.
Yeah.
Especially,
I have to look away at some points because it's too much.
yeah, and like clearly this guy is the one who ate the other brother.
Yeah.
He just has that look about him.
Yeah. I think because the brother on the right is the one that got eaten, it's why his hair has like kind of imbued with stomach acid, so it lets him style it naturally a little bit easier. So he
kind of just like doesn't have to get gel.
Yeah. There are some benefits to being eaten in uterum that a lot of people don't know about.
So he's got like some dripping stomach acid in it.
Oh yeah, Aurorzy does mention the absurdly large teeth, but she didn't mention how they're not coming from the mouth, because their mouths are perfectly geometric lines. They actually possess no other features with their mouth, but they do have teeth. And I'm sure you know where like human teeth go when they're not part of the mouth.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm not going to insult your intelligence. I'll just let you draw in their huge teeth. Their huge not mouth teeth. Yeah. Someone has brought up the BuzzFeed article about benefits of being eaten in uterum. And I believe the Property Brothers are mentioned in that article. Some other well-known people that are mentioned in there that have a lot of amazing health benefits from uterum eating is Jack Black. He was mentioned in the BuzzFeed article. Beethoven, not the famous composer, Beethoven. He was a composer also, little lesser known though. Nothing to do with the uterum eating, but yeah, I prefer Beethoven. Some smooth melodies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was so common to be eaten.
Yeah, it happens. People don't talk about it as much because like sometimes when things like make you a better person but aren't part of the norm, people are a little scared of it,
Yeah,
it's hard to admit like superhuman stuff like that happens to people like that, but we just got to deal with it. Like some people are just better because of the uterum eating.
So I think that this is like, since even though they're twins, their teeth are in different locations, because sometimes that can happen. You don't look exactly like your twin.
Exactly. And the whole uterum thing like changed some stuff. Oh, we just got a splash of emotes on the screen. I imagine that means something has happened. Just so any Twitch streamer or like people in the chat know, if you subscribe and follow, it's much appreciated. I have no clue if that stuff happens. That is in the powers of the almighty CEO of Stab Comedy, Jesse Jones.
And thanks for watching and everything too.
Yeah,
really
thanks everyone for being here. Should we? I guess we should like get the Property Brothers on screen now to do a little comparisies.
I don't really see why we need to. I mean, they look pretty good.
Yeah, but just.
Yeah.
Just
can I
like
guess their names first? Because I know that you're not allowed to say them, but I guess.
Maybe if it's written, like a letter backwards, just for the sake of like protecting us from the magic.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's. My skin is like kind of crawling just as you scribe their names into ink, but I think we'll be safe. Yeah. Don't know. I have to caution everyone in the chat. Do not say these names out loud. They will bring a force of magic and chaos into your life that you are not ready for. Oh, good. You put the T backwards.
Yeah, the R is backwards too.
Well, in the first one, the R is backwards.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, the other one doesn't have to be. I thought only one of them had to be backwards.
No, but you've saved us with the
Well,
backwards
here,
T.
here, I'll fix it. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Whoa. Someone typed out the name without any correction. That I think we have enough subscribers on Twitch that like we might be protected from something like that, but we'll
I
see.
stand both of them. I don't want to say
Yeah.
their names out loud, but you know, everybody in the chat, thank you for standing them. And I'm so glad I got their names right.
Yeah.
And
So
seeing
they're
the
on.
picture, I think I did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you've got it perfectly. They have a little bit of makeup on in the photo for like TV purposes to kind of hide some of their like real teeth.
I mean, you
but-
can't go on TV with a mouth on your forehead. You'll scare the children.
Yeah. Only because you're too powerful.
I have to say, I got Blue Jean Shirt Guy's mouth like perfect.
You really, really did. Time to learn.
Yeah, it's time to go to Udemy, guys.
Bye.
In our next video, we'll be playing a Udemy course.
So,
Just kidding, we're not.
To make things fair, do you want to throw me another celebrity of human descent, or maybe a non-human celebrity?
Can we have the chat suggest someone? I think that'd be a pretty fun idea.
Ooh, yeah.
They have somebody.
Yeah, let's have someone suggest a person. Rose K says, me. Bree, you're familiar with Rose, right?
Yeah, they're actually my best friend.
Cool. Okay, so you can describe Rose to me then.
So we're gonna draw Rose K, and you want to switch back to your screen?
Yeah. Oh, I have to hit the share button, don't I? That's
Hey, bestie. I'm so glad you're watching.
a pivotal part. See, like Harry, my best friend Harry Styles is probably watching, but he's a little bit of a lurker. You know, he's got
You can't
a lot
comment.
going on. He's got to hide himself.
If he commented, nobody would pay attention to us because we'd be so busy carrying it up.
Yeah, it's really respectful that he has stayed silent, but it's cool to see that you have like a supportive best friend in the chat, like, you know, chatting it up and everything.
So Rose has one head.
One head. Okay.
And,
Just like a good Canadian quarter.
Rose is actually French.
Oh, but French quarters have two heads on them, so the metaphor kind of didn't work, you know.
Then let's see.
What else we got here? What's a Rose K chin look like?
And then Rose also has two eyes, and I'd say they're more on like the round side.
Kind of a rounded.
See, I got your back, bestie. I know you're French.
Rounded chin. Okay. People may notice I primarily draw people facing left. I'm a leftist. I draw faces to the left. You know, it's just what's natural to me.
Yeah.
Do you want to give me some details of these eyes, like some shape or?
Yeah, they're mostly round.
Mostly
And
round.
because like you know how some people have almond eyes or like rectangle eyes, Rose has round eyes, almost perfect circles.
Oh, almost perfect circles.
Actually,
Okay.
that looks pretty good. Oh no.
Oh,
Yep, it's
well,
fine.
I don't have a redo button in this program, so, but I think I can bang them out again. How youthful are her eyes, would you say?
Very useful.
Yeah.
Like Rose just looks like a shimmering burst of youth.
Okay, get that youthful
And-
energy.
It's reflective in Rose's eyebrows as well. Like,
Youthful
got those-
eyebrows.
yeah, they have youthful eyebrows and, and always 3 ponytails in their hair,
3 ponytails.
but they're all of varying lengths.
Okay. Are they like order from longest to shortest or shortest to longest, or is it like a little bit more?
Usually it's like one really long one in the center and then like two tiny ones on the sides.
Oh, okay. So we're talking like from ear to ear arrangement of ponytails.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Rose thing, like a very creative interpretation of like where ponytails go.
And Rose always has like butterfly barrettes. Is that what they're called? Barrettes, the little clippies. We're just gonna call them clippies. Rose always has little butterfly clips in her ponytails or their ponytails.
I thought you were talking about the like long French bread for a second.
No, that's a baguette.
Oh, right.
That's their weekend style. Is the baguettes in the hair, but this is a weekday, so it's just the butterflies.
Yeah, let me just get the youthfulness into these eyes real quick, since that's like a very important part. And the youth have very reflective eyes because they're just so moist with hope.
It's true. The world hasn't like beat the youth out of them yet.
Yeah.
You know what, Rose? You hang on to those youthful eyes for as long as you can.
Some sparkles in there, just to really play up the youth. Okay. Whoops, that's not blue. I'm assuming like a widow's peak.
I guess, like it could be called a widow's peak.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because Rose is a very big Dracula fan.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, aren't the French always kind of like a Dracula fan?
Yeah. Because they're not super far away from Romania, so it's easy to go and like stop by and visit.
So
that's actually how Rose and I became friends, because we're both huge vampire fans, and Rose gets my rage every time I watch Fright Night, and I just have to convince people that Charlie is the bad guy.
Bree, we've known each other for about, 20 years now, I'd say.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's been a single day where you haven't brought up Fright Night.
I am so mad, okay? Like, I will go on a rant forever about this, but, I'll save it today. I'll save you, chat, but it's going to happen someday.
One of these days, I will have to ask you what Fright Night is, because I don't know whatsoever.
I'll still be your friend, but I'll explain it to you one day. But the original, not the new one. Like, the new one's all right too, but that's not the one we're talking about today.
All various lengths of ponytails.
Don't worry, Rose. I'll rant to you. You'll hear it.
Here we go.
I love the energy in those ponytails. Very spot on.
There's a good like gust of wind. How about the nose? What nose do we got going here?
A sweet little button nose covered in freckles. Just the cutest little freckles you ever did see.
Little button nose that could just button up a cozy winter jacket.
I'm not talking about Six Flags Fright Night, but I did go to that when I was like 11 and I was traumatized. So I guess that's also a story I could rant about.
Why were you traumatized?
Oh my God. Okay. So like I'm still a huge baby, but back then I was more of a big baby, and my friend took me to Six Flags with her family, and I was like, I don't want to go. It's going to be scary. She was like, it's going to be fun. And I was like, okay. So then it gets dark and there's all these haunted houses. And I had a very traumatizing experience when I was like 6 at a haunted house. So like ever since then, I don't like them. So we're like walking through Six Flags trying to get to the exit because it's dark and I don't like zombies. And then this zombie comes running up to me and like slamming these little metal things on the ground. And I cried, and my friend was there, and her family was there, and her cute older brother was there, and he saw me cry, and it was just a bad time. So I haven't been to Six Flags since.
It's always a bummer when you cry in like front of your crush. Because like if they're into it, that's a little bit of a red flag. And then if they're not, then it's like you've hurt your chances.
I wouldn't say he was like my crush. It was just like somebody who I like at the time I was like, oh, he's so cute. And then like I cried in front of him because some adult came rushing at me dressed like a zombie. Which, to be honest, I would still cry if that happened. Like when trick-or-treaters show up dressed like zombies, I just like throw the candy and start crying. I'm like, get out of my house.
So they go into your house for Halloween.
Yeah, that's the only way I let them get candy.
You distinctly invite them into your home only to be terrified.
Yeah. You can only have the candy if you come into the doorway and let me throw it at you.
Does Rose have any like ear piercings?
Yeah. I've never been able to count them because there's so many, but I'd guess about like 10. Only on the left ear though.
Oh, good. The ear I have rendered. So 1, 2,
Don't cry, baby
3,
Dan. It's okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, right. The one in the little ear thing. 10. There we go. Really render that ear out there.
It's beautiful.
What's our mouth status? What are we working with there?
Just giant mouth, ear to ear, like literal ear to ear smile.
Oh, so also very youthful.
Very toothy.
Rose just has like a good, powerful, toothy, youthful, like sense to her. It sounds like.
Yeah, and remember how I said Rose loves Dracula? It's shown in her teeth as well because she has vampire teeth.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like she has a copy of like the book in her teeth, but that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's get the youthfulness. I'm going to do like a little cheek thing. There we go. There we go.
So does anybody in the chat have any traumatizing stories from their childhood or what?
Yeah, let's get some childhood trauma in the chat.
Because I mean, I have like stories that I could tell all day, but I think that we should interact with you guys a little more.
Yeah, community isn't all about just our trauma. It's about sharing.
We got, wait, how much time do we have?
We have about
15 minutes?
Yeah, 15 minutes-ish.
All right, baby Dan, if you can spill your trauma in 15 minutes, you go right ahead. We're here for you. This is now art therapy. This is sketchy therapy.
Yeah. It's great to take emotional advice from sketchy people.
Yeah. Who better to have life experience than sketchy people?
Exactly.
I forgot to tell you, Rose has 5 lip piercings.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm guessing kind of more towards the right side for the sake of like balancing.
I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, so I'm really sorry, but La Lanala, I had a very similar experience where in 7th grade, the most popular boy in school pretended that he liked me for the entire year, and like it was this huge joke, and all of the like 8th graders would laugh at me and make fun of me because I was the 7th grader who was being picked on by the popular boy in school. It was great times. Let's pick on the redheaded loser.
What?
It was And then Rose says, I was scared during Spider-Man 2 or 3, the one with the octopus guy, and had to leave the theater crying and never went to the theater again for like 7 years. I can totally understand that. I left the theater during Hereditary, and I was like well over the age of somebody who should not have left the theater.
What? I'm not familiar with Hereditary.
Don't watch it. It's
okay.
I mean, I've seen it like 7 times now, and it's traumatizing.
I'm a little bit of a wuss when it comes to movies, so that might be some good advice.
Yeah. And Alyssa Cohen had to leave theater when watching Watchmen. I can understand.
That's kind of like the opposite of what the title is implying for you to do.
Yeah, but then they show like a giant blue dong on screen, and that can be scary sometimes. And you're like, oh, yeah. I was not expecting that.
I don't think I would stick around in theaters to look at giant blue alien dick.
See, I like horror movies, but I was already having a panic attack when I went into the theater because there's one of those anxiety days, and then the very like depressing part happens, which I don't want to spoil it for anybody who wants to see it and has not seen it. And like I just started, like I was like, nope, can't do it, not in the headspace, and I had to leave. But I've seen it like 7 times now, and I know that it's a good movie. It's just not my kind of movie because it's too depressing.
Yeah, yeah. Some things are just a little much.
So since she's a horror fan, she probably has like a horror shirt on all the time, or like maybe some scary jewelry. But so far, this looks exactly like her.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm getting this spot on. Just kind of, I felt like she deserved some hair coloring. Just to really, because we're not going to be able to put on screen a photo of Rose compared to our usual method. So I figured I really need to render this out for the sake of, just to get everything there.
Wow, baby Dan, that is definitely traumatizing, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I hope that your fingernail is okay now, and also your mental state.
I'm a big believer that fingernails and mental state go hand in hand.
Yeah. I actually have like a huge phobia of fingernails. Like despite mine being long, like other people's fingernails, no, I like feel like I'm gonna black out. If somebody clips their nail and leaves the clipping, I'll have a meltdown.
I just kind of gagged at the thought of that. Like, I hate being around people who like clip their nails and stuff like around me. Like I had a roommate that would do it in the living room. Like he'd get like a Walmart bag and then like clip into it. I'm like, nightmare. No. Yeah.
I don't like this story. Also, Rose needs a ukulele.
Of course.
And I agree with Argentum Flare. You should only see a giant blue dong when you've been expecting it.
Yeah. Some of the other colors, that's debatable, but especially blue. Like you need to be ready. It's too high on the visual like wavelength of colors. I have no clue what a ukulele looks like.
Okay. Are you like not a massive fan of Hawaiian music? Because this whole time I assumed that was your favorite genre.
Hawaiian ska,
Okay.
which doesn't have a lot of uke in it. It has some, but that's about it.
Rorsies. I can understand that one. My friend actually lived on Elm Street. The same friend who forced me to go to Fright Night at Six Flags with her, she lived on a street called Elm Street. And she made me watch that movie at one of her sleepovers, and I didn't sleep for like a week after.
Oh, that explains a lot of her like horror enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I always thought that was like such a weird like concept for a movie to just like dox your characters by like saying what streets they live on. But so you said she's wearing like a horror shirt. What does that even constitute as?
Well, since we're best friends, her favorite movie is my favorite movie, so she likes the original Fright Night. So you can draw that.
Okay, I'll draw all of Fright Night onto her shirt.
The whole movie. You can just draw the logo, like the letters. Come on.
Okay. So just some good old FN. Don't ukes like have the little like things on the side?
Yeah, it's like a mini guitar, but cuter.
Okay, you're assuming I know what a guitar looks like.
If anybody does kidnap Dan, please take him somewhere nice, like the pizza shop or his favorite ice cream place. Like, I want it to be a good experience for him.
Dan deserves the world's best.
And like, don't put a jawbreaker in his mouth, because there's a movie like that where they kidnap their friend and it does not go well. So just learn from that movie.
Are you talking about Edda and Eddie?
No, but those jawbreakers were huge, so the same thing,
I always wanted an Ed and Eddie like jawbreaker as a kid.
All right, fine. He can if his escape skills prove true, then he can have pizza or ice cream. If not, he has to eat black licorice. I
Just
like
gonna
how
put-
her shirt says fun now.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's Fright Night, but the U neck makes into fun. Actually, oh maybe I shouldn't have revealed this. Like this is too good of a shirt concept.
No, I think it's perfect.
I think Jesse needs to like immediately go apply for a shirt patent
Yeah.
before
I think we should put the
anyone.
Property Brothers on there.
Yeah, it'll be FN, but with the U deep U neck as the U in fun, and then the Property Brothers, and yeah, that's a human thumb.
You know what, Dan? Sometimes you gotta take one for the team and just eat ice cream, even if you can't handle it. Like that's just life sometimes, buddy.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be like a lactose martyr.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to get locked in a trunk and then eat some ice cream. It's just it happens. This kind of does seem like Rugrats Sailor Moon.
Oh man.
Like if there was an American Nickelodeon version of Sailor Moon, you did it.
I really love like the style of like the aesthetic of Sailor Moon, but I didn't like get to watch it much as a kid. But I did love Rugrats. I kind of miss that storytelling format where like they use very like limited space to make a very elaborate story. I've actually always wanted to make a cartoon in the similar like elements of Rugrats of like, oh, you know, this all happens here, but through imagination, it like is a lot more fun. Like I wanted to do a bunch of animals that all suffered from like different like mental disorders.
I think you should. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, like you know, I'd want to make sure there's like proper representation, but still like have fun with it.
Can this cartoon version of Rose be somewhere in the book? Like even if she's just a background character, you know.
Yeah,
somewhere.
She owns the pet shop, I'd say. How about that?
But she plays ukulele for all the puppies.
Yeah. Puppies love some good uke.
And the guinea pigs.
Cool. Well, there's Rose.
This looks more like Rose than like real Rose does. It's amazing.
I channeled a little bit. Well, because she's your best friend, so like you have a pure vision of who she is by her soul.
Yeah.
So you're like channeling that. Like sometimes we see people realer than real, you know?
This is your heart, Rose. This is you on the inside.
So cool. Well, let me merge this. We've got a little bit of time, you know, and Jesse did give us a harsh lecture before we started the show that like we have to draw consistently until exactly 6:30. He implied consequences worse than canceling the show if we do not keep drawing. Like I don't know how, but because I'm not drawing right now, my hand is starting to burn, and I'm just here alone in my house. So this is kind of upsetting, but you know, a lot of this show will be kind of popular IP stuff, and a great one to go to is Pokemon. Should we just do like 2 Pokemon to like wrap up the show?
I mean, they'll have to be pretty fast because we have 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Pokemon. Let's do a 4-minute each challenge. Do you want to take over the screen?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
It's hard to predict how much we're going to draw because like certain things take longer. Like if someone's sexy, you've got to really put in the deets. And like, I mean, today all of our people were sexy. You know, Harry Styles, a little lower on the sexiness, but
Thanks for watching, Baby Dan.
every time you say Baby Dan, I think of that song, Baby Santa.
You should definitely keep drawing.
I
I think that I'm gonna say their name. I know it's illegal, but I think that Prandy and Grince should be on a T-shirt. It's like if you have this shirt, you're part of the fan club.
There are other parts of my skin now burning from you audibly saying their names, but I'll handle the sacrifice for this
All right,
one time.
Give me a Pokemon. I'll draw it in 3 minutes.
Okay, a Pokemon. Omnistar.
Disclaimer: I don't know anything about Pokemon. So what'd you say?
Omnistar.
Omnistar. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You got 3 minutes to bust out Omnistar. Omnistar is an aquatic Pokemon.
oops. Oh, it's aquatic.
Yeah, you're already on a good point. It's a water rock type. It lived about 3,000 years ago and has been brought back via fossil technology, defossilization of some sort.
Now it's got to be ugly because I only have 2 minutes now.
Well, it's from 3,000 years ago, so it will be ugly by nature. As evolution has proved, all things have gotten sexier with time.
I don't know, man. I've seen some rock drawings in caves, and that's pretty hard to beat.
I think that was all like hopeful thinking. You know, they were predicting what things could look like in the future. I think everyone and everything was very unsexy back in prehistoric times. Like, look at birds. Birds are so sexy right now. Like, birds are sexier than they've ever been.
I don't think I agree with this. I think birds are terrifying, and birds hate me, so.
If I've learned anything from dating, something can be sexy and terrifying at the same time.
I mean, that is true because, I mean, that's just nature, but.
Thanks for tuning in, Rorzy. They're going to a pole dancing class. Again, sexy, terrifying.
That's what was his name? Pradstar?
Yeah, Pradstar, the Pokemon number 283, Pradstar. Rose suggested Staraptor, but it's my turn. Unfortunately, Staraptor is like one of my absolute favorites, so I would need a lot of like prep to do Staraptor.
And he shoots rocks out of his hand.
Yeah. Bree, do you want to give me a Pokemon? I know you have all of their names memorized.
Oh my god. I guess. Oh my god, what's that one? Like Mew Mew or something?
Yeah, Mew Mew. Okay.
Yeah, draw Mew Mew.
Can you give me some refreshers of what Mew Mew looks like? I know some details.
He's the angriest Pokemon, and he's got like a human body, but like a cat head.
He's got a cat head and just so effing angry.
Yeah, he's angry and he's got a cat head but a human body.
He's like the opposite of Harry Styles.
Yeah, he's like a hairy human.
He's
cat.
got human body, cat head, naked cat head. And I think you misspoke because it is Mew Mew. Because he's got 2 human bodies.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's Mew Mew. Yeah, Rose mentioned that Staraptor is a sexy bird, and like we're down to the wire of time. I can't draw something that sexy so fast.
Yeah, Mew Mew is about as sexy as we can get right now.
Yeah, this is our sex appeal threshold.
And I guess if like you were gonna say that a Pokemon was sexy, Mew Mew would be the only one you could say because he's the only one that's like sort of human-like.
Yeah, exactly. It is illegal to say anything else is sexy besides humanoids.
Yep.
Just ask Twitter. This is a fist. Like down to the wire. One of its human bodies is holding a gun.
All right, before we're out of time, everybody, say something cool in the chat. I don't know what, but your favorite word. Put your favorite word in the chat before we go.
And just so you know, we are Sketchy Friends. This show will be at 5 p.m. Oh, wait, there's no second head. 5 p.m. every second and fourth Monday on Stab TV, the place you're at right now.
You can come watch us draw and rant about why Charlie is the villain in Fright Night.
There we go. That's Mew Mew. We've done these too quick for anyone to pull up the actual renditions on screen, but I think that's okay. Let these be the real Pokemon in your heart and soul. Oh, that's Mew, not Mew Mew, but that's close enough. A Mew Mew evolves from Mew. You can kind of infer.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, pretty similar. We've got the tails coming off. But yeah.
There's a lot of good words in the chat right now.
And there's
that I can't
Omastar.
pronounce.
Oh yeah, lots of, maybe one day we'll just have to draw like the physical embodiment of some good words.
Yeah, like what
That
we
could be our
think it would
challenge.
look like.
Yeah, like what does oublet look like? But hey everyone,
Fart.
thanks. Oh, Alyssa, way to ruin the end of the show.
You can't say that to somebody who's taking the time to watch us.
I know. I'm
Everybody
kidding.
made the show.
We all love Alyssa. We all love all of our fans. Thanks so much for being here. We hope to see you next week. Also, stay tuned. There's more on the docket for Stab, both later tonight as well as throughout the week. If you're reading the ticker at the bottom of the screen, there's so much more. I've been Milk Surface.
Oh yeah, and I'm Bree.
And thanks for coming. And curtain draw. I don't know how to end the show. We've literally never had to end a show before.
That's all right. I'll just jump in. Thank you again, Milk and Bree. That was wonderful, as expected. I mean, just nailed my likeness so hard.
Thanks for not canceling
You're so
us.
sweet. I knew you were Canadian.
Oh yeah, just so overtly Canadian. Thank you so much. Oh, I almost want to just start. Well, we'll discuss it later, but I almost want to come in early every Monday, have you guys do this weekly, but I don't want to put too much work on you. So we'll start with every other week.
One day, if we can get 3,000 subscribers, we'll for sure do this.
There we go.
Weekly.
So we just need. We're about 1% there. So.
All right.
A mild climb. Also, we'll figure this out, but we'll eventually be like sharing the drawings too. They won't be exclusively to the stream.
Yeah, like when we when you fully flesh them out, we'll throw them up on the Instagram and the Twitter and the Facebooks and whatnots.
So
they
find
have
Stab
to
on your local device.
Yeah, like Rose has to get her image for a new profile picture, and clearly I do too. So
Yeah.
my
My drawing of you is outdated compared to this perfect rendition.
yeah, so up to like bleeding edge, cutting. It's just right up to the second. Exactly. It's like I was looking in the mirror.
It's always changing to match your current state.
It's true. But yeah, thank you guys for joining Sketchy Friends. Oh, so much fun. And yes, in about a half hour, oh boy, I found something this afternoon, and we are going to play it. It is... Hold on, let me make sure I want to have the exact name. Emma and I are going to play it here in a half hour. It's, we're going to play Karen, an outrage simulator. Oh boy. We're going to demand so many refunds. Playing Karen. It's going to be, I saw it and we just had to play it. So that's what's coming up at Happy Time Arcade in about a half hour. So we will see you in a bit. Thank you guys for joining us. Let me send you guys over to Dad's Garage in Atlanta. You can hang out with them for a half hour and then come back and join us. They're playing some D&D, it looks like. Yeah, go check them out, and Emma and I will see you at the top of the hour. Happy Time Arcade. Karen, the Outrage Simulator. See you then.
Bye-bye. Sketch you later. Are we still live? Wait.
All right. I can't tell if they're live. Yeah, it looks like they are. Okay, so you guys go ahead. go ahead, enjoy some improvisers playing Dungeons and Dragons. Come on, and then come back at 7. Sorry, it's taking a while. There you go. Off you go. Thank you too.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, this was so fun to do. I might clean up like some of my drawings here, or just add a little bit more, or just call them good and perfect where they're at. But